Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. This week I'm joining the Punched Out Thursday to Die For collaboration. We share ideas every Thursday on what to do with your punches and your dies. You will find links to all the other participants below, so be sure to check out their channels for some more tool inspiration. Here's the layout I'm going to be creating. It's my version of the triangle Christmas tree technique. This is fun, quick, and the result is a layout that looks complicated to create, but it's not at all. Here's what I'm going to be using. I have material from Crepe Paper's Busy Sidewalks collection, and here are the tools. So I have a lot of basic shapes here. Most of mine have a stitched embossed edging. If you don't have the same tools as me, no need to worry. Most of what I have here can be replaced with a straight trimmer. Also, everything I use will be listed in the description box below in case you're interested. So without further ado, here's what's on my desk. And I did prepare a frame style foundation page in advance with 3 sheets of paper, and I gutted 2 of them. That's what I'm showing you right now. And there is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that, so that will be linked below as well. I did mat 1 photo in advance with the 2 papers that I gutted from behind the foundation page. I'm also showing you the other papers that I have on my desk, obviously scraps from the foundation page, other papers from this collection, along with some gold paper from Tim Holtz. I have some puffy titles. This is from the Busy Sidewalks collection as well, along with this small sticker book. So I do use that as part of my title later on, and I also use those small stickers to just finish off my layout at the very end. So now what I'm going to do is start creating my tree. So this is the base of my page, and I'm showing you these dies. They are from Stampin' Up called Stitched Triangles. There's a bunch of triangles in there. There is an embossed stitch edging around them, and I'm using a right angle triangle here. So you can see I've already cut out a bunch of them, but I'm cutting out a few more, and I'm trying to show you the embossed stitched edging. I do love my stitched dies, I must say. For the tree I'm creating with the size of triangles that I'm using, I need 12 of them. So obviously if you're going to be using smaller triangles, you may want more triangles. And also I would like to mention that if you do not have a triangle die, for what I'm doing here, it's basically a 2.5-inch square cut in half on the diagonal. I'm showing you another die set here. This is another one called Stitched Shapes from Stampin' Up. It has squares, ovals, and circles in it, and I'm cutting out a small stitched square. That's going to be the trunk of my tree, or the tree pot, or whatever it is you want to call it. So now I'm going to build the tree here, and I'm going to do this quite slow because when it comes time to adhering, I will speed it up and skip some parts. So basically, I am starting by creating 2 squares here, each with 2 triangles. What I'm making sure here, although I don't think it matters, is that the angles, the split, are in the same direction. For the edges of the trees where the branches go out, I place the triangles to point out towards the sides of the page. I'm just going to start building up. So in this case now, I'm putting 2 squares to create, or 2 triangles to create a square, and I place it in the middle and do the very same thing with the outer branches with those triangles. And for the top of the tree, I simply place them so that they create a point at the top of the tree. Also, by playing with placement, really what I'm looking for here is the placement of the tree. I want to know where the tree starts at the bottom and where it lands at the top. And you can see once I was happy, I did get out a pencil and just marked the base where I was going to start adhering. I'm also marking with a pencil the middle of the tree because I want my tree to be in the middle of the page. So now I have my T-square out, and I'm just starting to adhere. So I'm starting with the tree, not the tree pot or the tree stem, whatever you want to call it, tree trunk. And I'm going to kind of work my way up. So I'm adhering those first 2 blocks, then I will adhere the branches on the outer edges of the bottom part of the tree, and then I'm going to continue my way up. So I've sped this up quite a bit, and I do come in with my T-square every once in a while just to make sure that I'm centered and all of that, but it is pretty easy. Now I'm not sure if I'm actually perfectly spaced between each one of these blocks, but by the time everything gets on the tree, you really can't tell, or it certainly doesn't bother me. So my tree is down, and now I'm going to complete the page. I'm going to right now create a tree mat. So I have the Creative Memories Border Maker system here, and I simply have a scalloped cartridge, something pretty simple here. And I'm using that black paper with those GIFs on it. It's the very same paper that's in the foundation page, the back part of my frame. So once I have my scalloped border punched out, I cut it down at 3/4 of an inch wide, and I'm just trimming it down. I will put measurements on the screen, but basically I want that tree skirt, or whatever you want to call it, to be wide at the bottom, but not quite as wide as the bottom of the tree. Now I'm showing you where I plan to place my journaling and my title. So I have my title there in the top right. That tag there is from the Vicki Boutin Warm Wishes collection. I find it does coordinate well with this Busy Sidewalks collection. And now I'm getting out some more die. So I have that Stitch Star die. That's from a collection from Stampin' Up, along with some stitched rectangles and another square. All of these are from collections from Stampin' Up. I cut them all out in gold. The star will go at the top of the tree, and those 3 blocks are going to be gifts for under the tree. I do end up cutting them out in 2 more prints, so that's what you see right there. I did it off camera, and what I did with each one of these blocks to quickly turn them into a gift is I just got out some baker's twine, and I simply tied a bow around each one of them. I'm doing it for one of them right now. And it quickly transformed each one of these squares or rectangles into little presents. So now that I have all of this done, I'm going to basically create the main embellishment cluster underneath this tree. And this is really a fun part of creating this technique, this layout, I find. So I'm going to be placing them underneath the tree. Obviously, the star is going to go on top of the tree there, and you're just going to see me play around with the placement of the little gifts there, overlapping some of them. So I put them all down, and then once I get them all down, because the line at the bottom is all unequal, although it does look nice like that, I do kind of hide the bottom of those gifts with that little tree skirt there. Once I'm happy with that, you're going to see me get out that Busy Sidewalks sticker book, and I actually get out some wax paper, which really isn't necessary. What I do want to do is add some of those little stickers, kind of tucking them in and around those gifts at the bottom. I'm putting them on wax paper, which is pointless actually, because a lot of what I put on here I end up not using. And the stickers in these smaller sticker books are typically more fragile than what is in the bigger sticker sheets. So I'm not sure if I recommend this. What you're going to see me do eventually is, yes, I do use some of these that are on wax paper, but I end up just going in the sticker book and sticking them directly on the page. These stickers have a small but important impact, I think, on that cluster, especially at the bottom there. So I've sped up the film, and I'm just adhering all of these gifts as I had placed them on the page, and I'm completing it with the tree skirt. And now I'm going to come in with some of those smaller stickers there that I did place on the wax paper, of course, but I also end up coming in with some stickers from that sticker book as well. Again, the idea here is just to tuck in little fun pieces in this cluster, and I really did enjoy this part of the process, and I do find it's a great way to use up those tiny stickers that are in a lot of those Christmas collections, especially little like gingerbread men and Santa Claus heads and stuff like that. Really, really fun. And then finally, once I finish this part of it, I will adhere my photo as well as my journaling box and my title, of course, and then I do come in with some finishing touches as well. I'm still fussing around. As you can see, like I mentioned, I'm going directly in the book here. It's not exactly difficult to place. I'm also adding some holly leaves on top of the gifts. I find that has a really fun impact as well. Um, Another thing I'd like to point out for this sticker book, I guess I'm just babbling on because it seems to be taking me forever here. This part of the process is long for me. It always is. Anyway, what I wanted to mention while I'm sticking my tag down and my photo and my title is typically I never liked in the past clear stickers, and I preferred either ones that didn't have an edge around them at all but were white, or the white edging around them. But for this particular page, I seem to prefer the clear stickers. I'm not quite sure why. So you can see there I have my photo down, my tag down, and my title down. And I ended up changing my title a bit. I ended up putting Christmas 2021. I have a hard time incorporating script titles on a page. And when I do, I prefer to pair them with something blocky. So the Merriest Christmas that I originally had selected were both in script. I couldn't get it to work, so I ended up getting out those thickers there and just simply adding the year. You can also see that in the top right of the photo, I did incorporate a sticker. It's a poinsettia sticker, one of the clear ones from that sticker book. I also added one of those clear poinsettia stickers at the end of the tag, and now I'm going into that puffy title sticker sheet. I thought of putting a bigger snowflake at the end of that tag, but I felt it had too much impact. When I create embellishment clusters, I definitely like to have kind of like small, medium, and large. The large one in this case is under the tree. The medium one would be the title, and I only wanted a small hint of something around the tag. That's why I just put in like a little star in the middle in gold instead of a giant snowflake. But I still have a nice visual triangle around my photo. And that is it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would be absolutely thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out the other ladies. Their links are all listed below. I hope you are having a happy and healthy December. Anyway, I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.